day, good people. I'm back this week with another installment of 3 Things with David Johns. First up, Netflix recently released a documentary titled Pray Away, in which survivors and ex-leaders of the conversion therapy movement talk about the harm that conversion therapy continues to have upon gay, trans, non-binary, gender non-conforming members of our community. The documentary focuses largely on Exodus International, which is an interdenominational organization that popularized the fallacy that it is possible and preferable to change one's sexual identity or sexuality. That's that heterosexual agenda at work, y'all. Work woke. Now, this documentary brings much needed attention to the extreme harm that conversion therapy has on many members of our community, as well as the persistence of the practice. According to the Movement for Advancement Project, 22 states and 4 U.S. territories have no state law or policy banning conversion therapy for minors. And while we don't talk as much as we should about conversion therapy in the Black community, many of us know about church hurt. Moreover, those of us with intersectional identities know about religious trauma. And if you don't, you should look it up in the APA. Religious trauma is really what comes with living through an abusive, traumatic, or stressful religious experience. And while there have always been affirming leaders and congregations and faith communities, there is so much more work to be done to ensure that the church and faith communities show up for the least of these amongst us. Black LGBTQIA+ and same-gender loving people experience poor mental health outcomes and internalize anti-LGBTQ+ stigma and bias, in part because of religious trauma. And these are problems that can be solved. We must all work better together to ban conversion therapy nationwide and to protect LGBTQIA+ and same-gender loving people from having to experience its devastating and lasting effects. You can support the Trevor Project's Protecting with Pride campaign, which works to educate people and to advance legislation to end conversion therapy. Shout out to our friends at Trevor Project. Second, Denne Norris, put some respect on her name, has been named editor-in-chief at Electric Literature, becoming the first Black and openly trans editor-in-chief of a major U.S. literary publication. Danae has had a prolific career as the co-host of the podcast Food for Thought, THOT, and has authored several queer short stories. And she invited people into their identity as a trans woman during Pride Month this year. And she uses she, they pronouns, which is why I've been doing that. We look forward to seeing all of the amazing work that Danae does as editor-in-chief and are thrilled to see a Black trans woman thriving in her field and receiving much-deserved recognition for their work. You go, girl. Third, Batman sidekick Robin, aka Tim Drake, invited people into his queer identity in Batman Urban Legends issue 6. Now, this issue features Tim saying yes to going on a date with Bernard Dow, dating with Tim. I'm into it. Now, Tim has also previously expressed feelings for Stephanie Brown. Now, the writer of this issue, Megan Fitzmartin, said, quote, "I wanted to pay tribute to the fact that sexuality is a journey. And Tim's feelings for Stephanie have been and are 100% real, as are his feelings for Bernard. However, Tim's still figuring it out for himself. And I don't think that he has the language for it all yet. Now, I personally am here for all of it, especially for the clarity that for most, identity and love are constant evolving journeys." Tim Drake is the third character to take up the Robin mantle. He joins other LGBTQ+ DC comic characters, including Batwoman, Midnighter, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy. Now, there has been an outpouring of love from fans of Tim Drake about the decision to make him queer, or to be clear in inviting us into the fact that he's queer. And making a long-standing character queer provides important representation for many comic fans. It also displays a positive trend of providing more representation, acknowledgement of the fact that we have always been here. Seeing Tim work through the process of coming to terms with and otherwise exploring his sexuality can help readers, especially young readers who are asking valid questions and coming to terms with their own identities as well. In addition, Tim provides a positive, inviting in narrative for all readers to witness. Tim Drake's story will continue to be sure in December in Batman Urban Legends issue 10. I'll see you next week.